Jackson, Michael was Michael was killing the vocals, man. Uh, so yeah, rest in peace, Tito Jackson, man. We had Frankie Beverly, who retired after 54 years, right? 54, that's her number. Died on September 10th, 6 days ago, right? September 10th, 9, September the ninth month, 10th day. It's like really 91. 91 is for United States of America. So as you can see, it has been a lot of deaths in like the past week. James Earl Jones, and these is melanated people, right? Indigenous brothers all passing away while we got this lady. Now this Maynard Jackson. We got this lady running for president. Let's look like all the rituals is pointing towards her, right? These big sacrifices. Maynard Jackson, he the mayor of Atlanta, right? He was the mayor of Atlanta. He's like the most famous mayor of Atlanta. We're gonna get back to him because the Atlanta Falcons about to play here in a few. So definitely, I'm gonna touch on that game, and I think it's surrounding this guy and Rich Homie Quan. So we're gonna see, right? We're gonna see. Let's get to it, man. They keep on shooting at Trump, and Tua Tagovailoa keep getting knocked out, getting head concussions. And what the crazy part is, he ran into DeMar Hamlin, the dude who died on the field. So he back in the storyline. Hamlin is the one, right? Put Tua out his career. Like they don't even want Tua to come back, type stuff. You see number one running to number three. That's a 13, right? NFL 13. Hamlin, like Pied Piper was from Hamlin. All right. So I think this got something to do with Trump because they lightweight calling Trump a rat. Right. You see they trying to smoke him now. It's like it's some real gangster stuff going on. All right. This is all this takes place, yesterday, 64 days after the last shoot. They shot Trump 64 days ago, and 64 is the kill number. All right, so it's FBI. And 17, we don't deal with all these 17s too, because 17 go right to 59, right? The 17 prior number is 59, right? I was feeling the Buffalo Bills when I first seen it, and I said, oh, 59. Like, Super Bowl 59 at the end of this year. All right, there's a good chance. Buffalo can get that 59. I did switch up at the end, which I regret, but it is what it is, man. I kept on seeing these 63s. I'm like, well, maybe it's 63, but the NFL season's kicked off with the number 62. And then last night, was that last night? Saturday night, Canelo got his 60-second win. All right. And that was 26 days after Fat Joe's birthday. Fat Joe came out with the other dude, Berlanga. Fat Joe's 54 years old, just like P. Diddy's 54 years old. All right. Your number get called, you gotta do work. You gotta do work. So yeah, this was weird, man, with DeMar Hamlin being the one who took out Tua again, right? And they had to cart this dude off the field. So was that last season? So yep, Buffalo got that win, right? And as a matter of fact, I need to show that picture, man. I knew it was. I kept saying you lied to us, Reek. Tyreek Hill lied to us about that damn uh, getting pulled over by the police. He lied to us. All right, so it was negative. It was some negative energy surrounding Tyreek Hill. This was dude, and they played like he was getting arrested. And number 17 was the one who was putting the gloves on him, right? And then they played Buffalo next week, and Tyreek Hill don't score a touchdown. He's literally locked up. And Buffalo's quarterback is Josh Allen. He wears the number 17, right? So 17, 59. 17 prime number is 59. All right. Another number to go with it is 23, but we'll get to that later. First game of the slate was New Orleans Saints versus the Dallas Cowboys, right? Cowboys 18 is a big been our big number two that goes with 54, but I wasn't seeing a lot of 54s. But I did see that Tom Brady birthday was let's do this right quick. See, I already knew they was gonna do this, so I ain't have it prepared. Let's see if they show us some love. Nope, they definitely didn't. So yes, Tom Brady is born on August 3rd. And this game was played. Yeah, I'm just glad to tell you, man. I ain't got to sit up here and play with this like that. Tom Brady birthday, August 3rd. Yesterday was the 15th, right? See, 43 days from Tom Brady birthday. Tom Brady was calling the game. This was the one and only game Tom Brady called was the Dallas Cowboys versus the Saints. All right. I'm saying that the Saints could get their 14th win. All right. 43 days after Tom Brady's birthday. That's the 14th prime. All right. And Saints got that 14th win. All right. And Dak Prescott was sitting at, there we go, 38. Not 38, 43 wins. All right. 43 days after Tom Brady's birthday. 14th prime. So yeah, I wasn't feeling the Cowboys at all, Cowgirls at all. And we had this guy, the Swift guy. Taylor Swift was in the building, right? So he ain't got my home's birthday is like tomorrow, so there really wasn't no point in typing his birthday out. So really, she's the darling, she's the one. All right, she's born 12/13. All right, let's go 2023. Let's go to her last birthday. To yesterday, 277 days, right? This is crazy. It's the 50, it's the 59th prime number, right? And I just said 59, 17th prime, right? And Bengals versus Chiefs. Bengals stayed at 18. Chiefs got that 17th win. Right on it. 277 days after her birthday, right, which is the 59th prime, which breaks down to the 17th prime. Chiefs squeaked out. They squeaked out a win. They really did. So I was, man, these first few games, I was on fire, man. Minnesota, we're going to talk about that here in a second. But Baker Mayfield played the Lions, all right, 44 and 47 in his career. It's not a great record, but all right. 44 and 47 in his career. Baker Mayfield birthday. That's it right there. But I'm like, I probably gonna have to get a new computer. I don't know what's going on with this thing, man. Baker Mayfield birthday, April 14th, 2024. All right. There we go. To his next birthday from yesterday, 211 days. That is the 47th prime number. All right. And Baker Mayfield stayed on 47 career wins. So I didn't like the Lions yesterday. These is road teams. So what ended up happening was yesterday, 8 road teams won. 6 home teams won. Right? Plus we add in the Thursday game, 9 road teams won. So we got 9 road teams winning and a total of 5 home teams winning, right? Out of all the games. No, six home teams winning. So it's 9-6 right now. It's sitting at 9-6 right now. Let's go to today's date. So They sit at 9-6. Road teams 9, hometown teams 6. So today is the Monday night game. If the road team wins, it'll be 10-6. Right, like 106, like 106 apart, like black. Right, you know the Super Bowl is on the Super Bowl 59. We already showed you that's Negro black roster. I mean Negro blues roster. Right, 59. The the date of the Super Bowl is February 9th. So that's 2-9. 2-9 is black. So they give it hits ever so slightly. But there's so many black quarterbacks and so many black coaches, which one do you choose? Who's winning now might not be who winning later on. Right? So yeah, this is Baker Mayfield. Got that dub, right? So boom, move on to the Tennessee Titans and the Jets. Both of these teams needed a win. The New York Jets won. They got their 21st win. So you always do not forget this tie game, this one right here. So that just take us right back to where we was at. New York Jets win is 2-1-1. 2-1-1. That's the 47 prime number. Just like Baker Mayfield from his birthday. 211. 2-1-1. 47 prime number. Right? We're trying to get to the 47th president. All these games leading up is gonna be, rituals for this 47th president. That evil woman. All right. So yeah, and I seen that Tennessee can stay on 25-1. Right. That's 251. 251 is the 54th prime number. Heather Green in the house. What's up, Heather?
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I can't complain.
Good, good. I didn't even know you were on, so I have no idea what you've talked about already.
I was just running down the slates. All right, I already did your Chiefs, but I could go back because your girl, I see your girl had a clear connection to the game last night.
Really?
Yeah, her birthday was 277 days from the game, back from the
Oh,
game,
really?
which was the 59th prime,
Right.
and that breaks down to the 17th prime, and then the Chiefs got their 17th win last night.
All right. Well, I hadn't even gone into
Everybody's
that
pissed
deep.
off at the uh, everybody was pissed off at the refs last night.
Oh, yeah. I figured.
You heard about that?
Actually, no, I haven't really, because I haven't really been paying much attention to anything today. I've just been doing my own research and with
Oh,
what
okay.
I think is going down.
Yeah, you give me what you got.
Okay, so on 9/8, they told us that Kendrick Lamar was going to be the halftime show performer.
Right.
These are things that I've sent you, and that's what I'm going to go over. Um, his birthday is on June 17th.
Yeah.
54 years before the day he was born, there was the Kansas City Massacre at the Union Station, where the Chiefs have their rallies when they win the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay.
So I have been doing research about Kansas, and then I just stumbled upon that. Um, but I found that interesting. There was exactly 54 years before that, and then there was 7 officers and 1 criminal, and 4 of the 7 officers died, and of course the criminal died. Another interesting 47.
Mm.
Um, so into further, I looked into this Frank. Now I can't even think of his name because I've done so much research. But the criminal was Frank Nash. Frank Nash, and his nickname was Jelly. And so I'm reading, and I found that his nickname was actually Jelly Bean.
Mm.
And I thought, okay. And we got Kobe Bryant's dad, who just died this year.
Yep.
And so I look up his dad, and he died on July 15th.
Yep.
So I'm reading the story about the Kansas City Massacre, and they just emphasize so much that the train was to arrive at 7:15 a.m. And I'm like, okay, we got Jelly Bean and Jelly Bean, 7:15, 7:15. And so I wanted to know what the prime factors of 104 and possibly 105 was.
Okay.
And that's when I stumbled upon the Ruth Aaron numbers.
Okay. Who
Now,
Ruth in?
yeah. Now, Ruth Aaron numbers are numbers that are not prime numbers, but their prime factors can add up to the same thing, basically.
Okay.
Which 104 and 105, their prime factors add up to 15. Interesting. But wait, what made them name on this is that Babe Ruth had a record of 714 home
Yeah.
runs,
Yep.
and Hank Aaron broke it with 715
He
runs.
showed. Yep.
So not only did that happen, but it also in the article said that it happened on April 8th, 1974. And it says he eclipsed his home run record. Well, we all know we had the eclipse on 4/8 this year.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So I look up what. Now, I've done so many, like, trying to do comparisons, trying to find some patterns somewhere in, like, um, the points that are scored, and, just like comparisons, like on the Super Bowls that the Chiefs have won. And last year, the Chiefs scored 95 points in their preseason and their postseason,
Okay.
which was interesting because of the Vatican turning 95. And
Mm.
then, um, anyways, I also went on to add San Francisco 49ers a whole year of how many points they had scored, including the postseason, and they had scored 571 points. That's the 105th prime.
Oh.
So then I looked at the Eagles, and I believe in their postseason, it might have been their preseason, the year that they played the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. And it was either, like I said, the preseason or the postseason. I'll see if I can find it while I'm on the phone with you. They had scored 104 points. I thought that was odd because then the Chiefs turned around. We're in the 104th Super Bowl.
Yep.
Or
Yep.
104th football season. They won the Super Bowl. So, looking more into this Ruth and Aaron numbers, I read who had actually come up with this, and his name was Carl. I'm not quite ready for this phone call. His name was Carl something. I can't think right now. Anyways, I found him and I looked him up, and he's from Joplin, Missouri.
He's from where?
Joplin, Missouri.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well,
Oh, there you go.
I had I found that interesting because there was a tornado in Joplin, Missouri, and I sent still there.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I just don't know if I can go into like my search or if that'll check me out of here or what. But I sent all this in emails to you about Joplin and that tornado. Uh, I believe it happened on May 22nd, but I can't remember the year now. What another thing that I found interesting about that is that their area code
What's
was
the area code?
is their area code is 417. Well, then that brings me back to Ralph Yarl and the shooting because it became national news on 417 after he got, shot. So it kind of tied that in together. And I thought, okay, well, I can't really find a whole lot of 59s and 105s when I type stuff that I'm looking up into the calculator. But I do find a lot of interesting numbers that connect to Kamala. And
You you see this about Bonnie and Clyde? I bet I don't want to throw you off, but
what about
when I
Bonnie and Clyde?
I looked up Joplin, Missouri,
Yes, exactly. They
and Bonnie
they lived in Joplin, and that's what the kick I've been on ever since.
during the
But
Great Depression.
yes, well that's when Frank Nash got shot too, and um, Bonnie. I don't know if you heard about Tito Jackson dying today, but anyways, that's a whole nother thing. But Bonnie's little sister's name was Billie Jean. It just kind of ties it all together, and it ties in Minnesota because the very first bank that Clyde was going to rob was in this town called um let me look because I just wrote this down today. I just found it today. um Okabena, Minnesota, which
Okay.
is actually in Jackson County, Minnesota. Crazy. But they ended up um
Yeah, Jackson.
not robbing that bank because it was so icy and they weren't familiar with ice and stuff because they're from Texas.
Right.
Anyways, so they ended up not robbing that bank and going and driving back, and they had noticed a bank called the well, I don't remember what it was called, but it was at in Lawrence, Kansas, off of 8th and Massachusetts. So anyways, that was the first bank that they robbed, and they ended up stealing $33,000.
Hey, 33.
Yeah, yeah. Which
It
brings
could,
me to my next subject is that I learned yesterday that Lamar Hunt Jr., who is Clark Hunt, the one who runs the
yep. Run the Chiefs.
yes,
Yep.
his he owns a hockey team in Kansas City named the Mavericks.
Like Dallas. Like the
Yes.
Dallas Mavericks. Okay, because I'm looking at this Bonnie. I'm looking at Bonnie and Clyde. It said they moved to Dallas when he was when he was young. And I'm looking at this. It says Burrow was arrested by Dallas County Sheriff's Deputy Burt Winsnan and convicted of auto theft. He escaped from McLennan County Jail in Waco, Texas. Right,
Mm-hmm.
Waco is where the uh, that something bad happened in Waco, a real bad
Yeah,
standoff.
it was like a cult or something in Waco, Texas, I
And
think.
what's the name was there too? Yeah, a cult, a religious cult.
Yeah.
Timothy McVeigh was there
Okay.
watching. He was a bystander. But this all happened on March 11th. You just
Uh
brought up
huh.
that 33, no, March
Yeah.
11th.
Yeah.
It was crazy as Trump just got shot 64 days apart from each other with a
Mm-hmm.
shooting and he got shot at apparently. But 64, the 64th prime number is 311. 311.
Okay. Okay.
Using a gun park. Okay, you definitely own to something. My
And
bad.
so
I
there's
ain't, I
more
ain't mean to cut you
interesting
off.
stuff. There's more
Huh?
interesting stuff that I found today with Bonnie and Clyde is Bonnie got arrested for the first time in I don't know the town right now because I've got so much going on. But anyways, she was released from jail for the first time. Oh, yeah, Kaufman. Kaufman is the town that she got arrested in for the very first time. Well, the baseball stadium, the Royal Stadium, is called Kaufman Stadium.
Kansas City Royals.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
they like the best team in baseball right now, I think.
and it's right. Okay, so the reason they got arrested in Kaufman is they were passing through and they stopped at a hardware store to get something. I don't remember now, but they noticed the guy that was with them noticed that they had a whole bunch of guns in there, and so they said when they came back from Tyler, Texas, where Patrick Mahomes is
Yep, Patrick
from,
Mahomes. Yep.
that they would stop back and rob that hardware store. Well, they ended up getting caught, and Clyde ran and left Bonnie and his friend behind.
Mm-hmm.
And Bonnie ended up sitting in jail until guess when? June 17th.
Oh, that's your boy.
Kendrick Lamar's birthday.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah. So I definitely think it's got something to do with Bonnie and Clyde.
You see that they both died in Louisiana, where the Super Bowl's gonna be
Yes.
at?
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yes.
And I'm really starting to just now see what that whole what was her name? The girl from the Wizard of Oz,
Judy Garland.
Judy Garland, and she had on blackface. I think that
Mm-hmm.
was for Kamala.
Mm. That does make sense.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Kamala, they've had this big old thing about is she black and all this stuff. So
Right.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, oh shit, this is getting good.
Yeah. So I know I initially said maybe the 49ers and the Chiefs, but I'm really starting to lean towards the Cowboys just because so much has happened. I mean, so much happened with Bonnie and Clyde in Dallas.
Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see Dallas.
Yeah.
And then I hope they ain't trying to say Kelsey and Swift is Bonnie and Clyde. I mean, I think they
I was thinking that. I was thinking that. I'm like, who is Bonnie and Clyde? But,
right.
you know,
Bonnie and Clyde is Mahomes and Brittany.
you would think.
Brittany stayed on her square. She wasn't worried about Taylor Swift not liking her.
Right. Yeah.
I got a new
And,
little
Brittany's pregnant with their third child now.
third child, third Super Bowl in a
Yep.
row.
Yep.
How far how far along she is?
Well, they know she's having a girl. So
Oh, so it might be here before February.
maybe.
I mean, she might be here. I said it. My bad. My bad.
Oh,
Uh, yeah. I was. You got any? I mean, because I was on show this. They got a new footage of Trump dude getting locked up, but I ain't really gotta play it. It ain't no big deal.
I don't have much else. I mean, like I said, I'm studying up on Bonnie and Clyde right now, and then you know,
Yeah. And this dude died on your third birthday, Babe Ruth. Then I seen something with Hank
yeah,
Aaron. Hank.
that's that Frank Nash. That was his birthday too. His,
Okay. And then Hank Aaron died on Caitlin Clark's birthday. And this the day Kobe Bryant scored the 81 points.
Okay. I knew that
January.
122 was something.
Yeah.
Something. I thought it was something to do with Kamala, but I can't remember now. Like I said, I've typed in so many numbers and looked up so many different things. I've got everything all kind of confused in my brain right now.
That sounds good. Shit, you did pretty good. I'm intrigued. I'm so intrigued. Yeah, Bonnie and Clyde. That's fire. I'm
Yeah, I
trying to figure.
I knew I was onto something when I found that 715, 714, the Aaron and or the Ruth
Yeah.
and Aaron numbers, and they said that he eclipsed it on 4/8, 1974. I thought, oh no, this is
Oh,
it.
Eclipse. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Eclipse. Okay, I got you.
yeah. I'm like, this is it. This has to be it.
Good.
Plus that I knew, which I watched Rambo too, and one of his videos recently had that number 541. I don't know if you remember that being a big number to me last year, but that's how many total all-time wins, including playoffs, the Chiefs were on last year at the beginning of the season.
Okay.
And that tornado in Joplin, they said started at 5:41 in the evening.
Mm.
That was another connection for me to, you know,
Yeah. Let me see something right quick. Where is Dakota? Where is he from? Do he got a home state? He from Louisiana.
okay.
I think that's what it said. Yep. He born in
Where at?
Sulphur, Louisiana.
Don't know.
That's a chemical.
Yeah.
Sulphur. Born July 29th.
Well, and this Super Bowl, whichever conference wins, they'll have 30 wins, and the 30th prime is 113.
113 of Dallas. And that's Kendrick Lamar. For some reason, I've been associating 113 with Kendrick Lamar.
Oh
Because
yeah,
K is 11 and Lamar, L is 12. I just added one or two up. But it was another reason.
but KC, your K is 11 and C is 3.
Yeah, yep, same. Yeah, yep. And that's just the reverse of March 11th, the 3/11.
Right. Yeah, and Bud Grant died on 3/11 last year at the age of 95.
Shout out to Reggae Rose. My dog. Hey man, y'all hit the like button for Heather coming out here, giving us some knowledge. Definitely appreciate that. You still there, Heather?
I'm here.
Okay, yeah. I'm just let them know. Let her see some likes in there, you know.
Yeah.
But shit, I'm about to. Oh yeah, it's game time. Okay,
Yeah.
peace, y'all, man. Like,
Have
comment, subscribe. Heather,
yeah.
uh, see you in the inbox. I mean, the emails,
Okay.
or next anytime you want to come up here, just let me know.
All right.
All right, have a good one.
You too.